Hi, this is Bradley Austin,
and Dennis Foster,
producers for Steamboat Studios, and this is a short gameplay demo of our game, InCogNito. We start at the main menu, where players can view information on the characters they've encountered in the game. These will be unlocked in later levels when the player is given their I Spy gadget and can capture intelligence for their secret files.
For now, let's start the level. Here, Cognito is sent on his first assignment to Germany, investigating reports of strange coloured gases rising from an old mental asylum. Professor Steamboat suspects one of his old acquaintances, Dr. Schlechterai, as he is known for his experiments on mentally unstable patients, trying to make them obey his every command.
We start the player with a brief introduction to their mission and the game in general, before showing them the controls needed to play.
Okay, Cogs, time for you to show the world what you're really made of. Well, not that you're made of metal, but you're a bloody good spy. We need you to survey the area and see what's really going on. I'll keep in radio contact and give you any information I can. Oh, and Cogs, try not to come back to me in pieces.
As we created the tutorial level, this first section had to be simple, easy and approachable to the player. They start with nothing but the bare bones of the character to get used to the controls.
Looks like we need to get through that door.
On this first floor we introduce the main mechanic, disguises. A simple situation where the player must locate and pick up a disguise in order to proceed to the lower levels.
That disguise should get you past Sleeping Beauty with ease. Spiffing work. Now let's go find out what's going on in this place.
Each lift sequence streams in a different level. This allowed each floor to be made by a different level designer.
The second floor expands on the disguises. Now that the player knows how to pick up and equip them, they will have to navigate through a series of obstacles and guards, keeping an eye on the suspicion meter to check they will not be spotted. Throughout the game, the player will encounter several new disguises that will help them sneak past guards. This level also gives depth to the setting, while also keeping all-important comedy elements. At this point, Cognito's spy teeth are activated.
Luckily I fitted you with a set of oscillating pneumatic gnashers, aka the spy teeth. Use them to distract the guards and get past these blighters.
This section is designed to show the player how effectively the teeth can be used to distract the guards and allow passage to places that would otherwise be extremely hard to navigate. This third floor introduces the second gadget, the magnet hand.
Gaseous compounds. Take a look around and see what you can uncover. This floor is littered with objects you can interact with. If you switch to your magnet hands, you can use them to manipulate the environment.
This whole floor is one big puzzle area, and the player must use their new gadget to navigate through to the other side.
Looks like this floor is highly guarded. Oh, intriguing.
Mistaken as a scientist, Cognito has no choice but to play along with the testing procedures.
Here he is at last. Let's continue the testing process.
Again, using their hands, the player must activate levers in the right order to finish each test.
Yellow.
By doing this, the player learns two colour combinations. One for the knockout gas recipe, and one for the yes man gas that Schlechterai has been developing. They will use these again later.
Oh, Cogs, you bucket of bolts! You've only gone and made the gas they were after. Quick, get to the elevator. You need to undo what you've created and bring down Schlechterai.
On the gas production floor, the player finally has all their mechanics and is left to explore and use them.
Due to the recent breakthrough in the Yes Man gas project,
Parts of this level are optional, but will reward the player for exploring.
Johnny and Herman are going to have a breakdance battle on the car park after work. Why are they having a...
This room is very highly guarded. We also introduce security cameras here, which will call guards over if they spot the player. These can be disabled with the magnet hands. Steamboat hints that there must be a way to get all of the guards to leave the room. The player must navigate the VAT's mixing arms to reach the gas mixing control room. Here, they try to remember the combination for the knockout gas created on the previous floor. Steamboat will hint, and eventually tell them the right combination if they get it wrong.
Even if the player does get the combination correct, nothing will happen until the extraction fan is disabled, allowing the knockout gas to flood the room. They can then advance through the blast doors.
Cognito unwillingly plays into Schlechterei's hands, and the doctor sends patients affected by the Yes Man gas after him.
Oh, Cogs, you bucket of bolts!
What are you doing on my magnets? Get off! Oh, so you're the mechanical menace that wrecked my lab. No doubt you've seen my evil gas at work. Why don't you take a closer look? Ha 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 ha!
The boss fight is designed to use everything that the player has learned from the previous levels. They must lead the patients to the gases in the reverse order that they were introduced. Steamboat reminds the player of the sequence, and the colour combination also appears on the HUD so the player can easily read it backwards. After the first patient becomes normal again, he decides to help Cognito.
The gases are turned off, and the player must chain multiple mechanics in order to lead the second patient through the gases.
Of course, to reverse the effects, you must reverse the combination. I think it was blue.
Eventually, the patients reach Selector Eye. Cognito must fight him with the original combination.
Who can play this game?
Be careful here, my boy. Selector Eye has always been a bad egg. Use the original combination on him.
This puts Selector Eye under Cognito's control, and they return to MI6. A successful first mission for Steamboat and for Cognito.